this is phase 2 of our how to create an environment of innovation and creativity. And I'm going to be sharing my screen with you again, and I'm going to go through the slides with you. I hope you enjoyed the previous one and that you did the activity that was at the end of the last one. So let's jump right in. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. There we go. Okay, so how to create an environment that promotes innovation and creativity, phase 2. In the previous phase, I gave you an activity at the end and it said analyze opportunities for innovation and creativity. And I said we would have a look at it. Yeah, I hope you did the activity. And the first one was to list and describe the features of an environment that promotes innovation. And I'm going to be going through what I believe those features are, and you can compare it what you came up with. And does your environment create a current environment promote innovation and creativity? I hope you did that. And what are the areas that you can improve? Let's look at the features of an environment that promotes innovation. Think about things differently. That's the first thing. So what are the features? We say that you need to have buy-in and commitment from your senior management team. We need to need buy-in and commitment from all your employees. You need systems that facilitate continuous improvement. Ownership by your line managers. You know, often things are decided at this level, but when it comes to the line managers having to implement it, sometimes it falls flat. So you need the commitment and the buy-in from your line management and ownership of all the creativity projects and innovations and the ideas and the time that people need to do so. Your line management are very crucial in having successful innovations. Recognition and reward. You cannot do it without recognition and reward. People have to be recognized for the ideas that they come up with. And if you can have a reward scheme in place, that's even better. There has to be challenging goals and benchmarks. We spoke about goals in the previous video. We said that innovation and creativity has to be part of a goal set. It cannot just be loose out there and we don't know where we're going. We need goals which are smart, that's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and as a timeline to it. And you have to have benchmarks. So what are you benchmarking your idea against? Improvement processes and plans, you have to have those, because without a plan, you're going nowhere as well. And you need to look at your processes and you need to see what can be improved upon. So those are all features. You need to establish improvement teams. We spoke about teams earlier on in the previous video. We said that you have to have small teams working around innovation, and it is important to include everybody. Innovation must be included in your regular meetings. For every meeting, there must be an innovation slot. No matter how hard this may be, or no matter how many other important things you have to discuss, innovation must have its slot. So therefore, it's important to plan for these things so that people know what is expected of them and that they come with something in that slot, in your innovation slot, in your meeting. Something has to be said. Use creative thinking tips and techniques. We are going to be discussing tips and techniques in another video. So yeah, we'll be sharing some of the tips and techniques around creative thinking. There must be support for risk and risk-taking and change. Like we said earlier on, micromanagement and fear of failure and not being open to having mistakes in the business is going to kill innovation and creativity. So there has to be support for risk-taking, and there has to be support for change, and there has to be tolerance for mistakes. Those are the features that I've got. I'd like you to compare them to what you've got. We can have a discussion. When you come onto our actual course, you can bring yours with, and we can have a lively discussion around the features of an environment that promotes innovation. How do we categorize our ideas? The ones that are excellent gets a thumbs up, and they will definitely work and they will be implemented immediately, and that's very good. After you've gone through your process of looking at all the ideas, come up with the excellent ones and implement them. There's nothing worse than people giving you excellent ideas and you never implement them. Those that are interesting and that will possibly work, they may require a little bit further analysis. We will unpack this in greater detail in the actual course, and how you pick them out and how you go through the process. Those who are interesting will possibly work, and they may require further analysis, but you acknowledge them. They may need further investigation, and they may work in the future, but you need to acknowledge the person who gave it to you and share with them that it is. The unworkable ones and the ones that will not work once you've gone through your process of looking at all of them also need to be acknowledged, and the person who came up needs to be told. Right? Here's another activity for you as an end. I'd like you to go around and analyze and compare your own unit, your environment, and your people in relation to the features of an environment that's conducive to innovation. And what are the areas that can be improved? So this is another new look at what you've done before. Have a look at it again and see what can be improved. What are the factors that are inhibiting innovation? List about 9 of the practices in your own environment that could be inhibiting risk-taking and innovation. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being poor and 10 being highly innovative, rate your own, rate yourself, rate your organization, and rate your team, and then give reasons for the answers that you've given based on all the indicators that we've shared in this slide. This video will be posted on our YouTube channel. Please have a watch through it again if you haven't gotten all of it. I know I went through it fast because this is just an introduction. We will be doing a full-on course during the month of August, and I'm hoping that you've had enough of a taster for you to want to join us. Thank you.